Lesson number 7, passing the de la Riva guard. Now before we learn the specific technique, I want to revisit lesson number 4, 5, and 6 so you can see where lesson 7, passing the de la Riva guard, fits into this overall strategy of passing the guard. In lesson number 4, we learned as soon as you open the guard, you're going to step over the leg and either cross the legs, or if his hips are in the opposite direction, take the half guard position. In lesson number 5, we learned how to smash the guy and pass the half guard position directly into the mounted position. And in lesson 6, we learned passing the butterfly guard, because often when you step over the leg and the hip escapes and the scrambles that ensue will lead you into the butterfly guard position. I laid down kind of an idealistic situation with those 3 lessons. Now we're going to go revisit lesson 4 and see what happens when things don't quite go our way. So, in lesson number 4, we opened the guard and we stepped over, and if his hips were kind of square, we pushed over and crossed his legs, or if his hips were in this direction, kind of angled this way, I just fell into the half guard position. So, here's what happens when things are less than ideal. Scoot over a little bit, please. Now, as soon as I open the guard here, he's gonna grab my ankle like this, making it impossible for me to step over, or at least very difficult. I would need to get rid of that. Now we have 2 options from this point. Option number 1, if his leg is a little bit closer, I'm gonna step back and step over this leg. I always wanna try and step over a leg. Now this is the Hodger Gracie philosophy. I know my lessons are kind of getting known for analyzing Hodger's game, but this specific pass, Hodger's never done in competition at least. So I just want to differentiate between the 2. So, when his leg is like high like this and buried in my hip and being like real stubborn about being stepped over, I'm gonna do this pass here. I'm gonna drive my leg hyper aggressively into his leg like this. I'm gonna grab his collar and connect my elbow with my knee like this. Many coaches will teach you on the inside, some on the outside, but I find the most common and the one that works best for me is putting the elbow right on the knee like this. Now, from this position, because his leg was a little bit higher, it's gonna make him a little bit more susceptible to this basic pass. I'm gonna take my left arm and fish underneath his leg. As I do, this elbow is gonna come in and on the inside, so hide it as much as possible, preventing the triangle. Driving the leg in too will also prevent the triangle. So from here, I go under, and my 2 movements are connected together. From this position, I get it up on my shoulder by lowering my shoulder, and I'm gonna take as high a grip as I can from this position. Now, I'm gonna turn the corner, and I'm gonna keep my right hand in the party here. It's gonna cup his leg, keeping his leg crossed. Now you notice you can do this pass with him grabbing on to your ankle. He's gonna be stubborn about it. So I'm gonna take my left arm, and I'm gonna choke him, making him respect this choke until he releases the de la Riva guard and I get some sort of reaction out of him. Now, from this position, I'm gonna fan open my leg, get this good side control position, and come underneath his neck like this. Now, don't give up his legs being crossed like this, because as you'll see in my side control lessons, this is the position that you want. So this position leads very well to the side control to mount transition. Now, when I'm coming around, and if he starts to turtle, if my grip is high enough, go ahead and start to turtle, I can just pull this back and choke him and bring him back into the side control position. I'll show you a few variations that if your grip isn't ideal, what will happen. Here's the same pass from a different angle. Scoot over a little bit this way. Thank you. Here, I drive in hyper aggressively. Now, if he beats me to the punch and he gets in this de la Riva hook like this, I just want to show you really quick how to get rid of it. We'll square up to show this angle here. What I'm going to do, he has this nice, you see his hooks in there. I'm going to take my left foot, step it forward, right about here, and I'm going to turn my knee to the outside. And then I come back. So I turned it to the outside and I came back. And now that I know he likes to do that, I'm going to keep my knee at a 45-degree angle this way, making it hard for him to get in the de la Riva hook. So, now with that said, here's the alternate angle that I was going to show you here. I can step out, remove that De La Riva hook. It's at a 45-degree angle. Drive in hyper aggressively. Under and in with my elbow. Get it on your shoulder, nice deep grip. Turn the corner, cup. Right here, don't let him uncross his legs. Choke him a bit to make him respect it. Fan open here, and finally come underneath. Now from side control, as I'll cover in my side control lessons, keep this hand underneath his armpit, and you're good to go. Now here are a few variations that you're gonna encounter when you try this pass. First is your grip. Let's do this angle again. Let's get back just a little bit. Your grip is gonna be less than ideal. He's maybe keeping you away real good, and you don't have that nice choking grip. So as you go to pass, he starts to turtle, like this position. He gets up, go ahead and turtle. Now, as he does, as he shows signs of turtling, and I can't rein him back in with my choking hand, I'm gonna take my left foot and put it right on his back, like this. So it's ready to go, taking his back. So he turtles up completely, and I take my left foot and I slide it in. I slide it like I'm sliding into home base, like this. And then I cross my legs. Don't worry about getting two hooks in at the same time. I think this is a mistake many people make. They try and get both their hooks in, then they fall off the top. I've even done this once. So right here, he goes right in for the turtle. This one's in right on his lower back, form fit, ready for that little space to get it in. He goes and turtles, slide it in, cross your legs. Threaten a choke until he defends the choke, ready to get the other hook in. Now, the second thing is that his arm will end in a weird position, which is probably even more common than the ideal position. And it will be hard to fan open your leg underneath his arm from the side control. So right here, square up please. There we go. So right here, I've got it in, I've turned the corner, but notice his arm's right here, which is gonna make it impossible for me to fan open. So if his arm is right here on this side, this means that he's more likely to turtle. So I'm gonna do exactly the same thing that I did before. I'm gonna keep this left foot in right on his lower back, ready to take the back if he goes to turtle. But he kind of senses that and kind of hesitates right here. He keeps this position, doesn't want to turtle, he feels that leg ready to take the back. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take advantage of him just being in this position, and I'm gonna pin his leg right here to the ground. If at this point he decides to come into the side control and turn back into me, it's great. And I'm gonna step over my own foot like this and bring it in, and then get the modified mount position, or the mount ready to work chokes and arm bars. So this is one of many good passes from the De La Riva guard. This is probably my go-to pass when he grabs my ankle. And don't forget to drive in your lead leg into his leg to kill many of the sweeps and submissions that he can try.